To my fellow South Africans, um, yeah, I'm a Ghanaian, and we are trying as much as possible to let bygones be bygones. Okay, we know that we were wrong in supporting Mexico. I'm sure the whole of Africa came together to support Mexico against you, and I'm here to say we are sorry. We are so much sorry. So the matches against Korea and the matches against Czech Republic, we want to come along and we are going to support every team that is going to play against South Africa, and we have to
Goal! Go ball! Goal! Goal! Kylian Mbappe, the best in the world. Talk now. All the disrespect, all the hate. Bench him for the Billy. Bench him for this. Bench him. Where is the Billy? Talk now. Kylian Mbappe. Talk. Shh. Olise, I love you. I love you, Olise. Olise, I love you. Olise, I love you. I love you. They were already talking. We are just getting started. Allez, bro. The theme of this World Cup for African countries is no grief for anybody. Now, stubbornness we carry on this World Cup. Even though we no go beat you, you no go beat us. Bata, we will share the points. Earlier today, Cabo Verde, nobody expected them to get a draw versus Spain. They expected Spain to flog them like 5-1. It ended in a draw. Now, in this evening, the same day, Egypt got a draw versus Belgium. Now, God save Belgium. If Egypt took so many of their chances, Belgium will not see a draw today. Don't underrate African teams. Cote d'Ivoire today, it's even still today. Cote d'Ivoire got the first win of an African country. And then Brazil, the World Cup giants, the greatest team ever in World Cup competition, went against Morocco. Morocco outplayed them, and Brazil were lucky to get a draw. And then, of course, there's South Africa. So don't think the African countries can't play. What a game of football. The World Cup is delivering. When everybody was being negative about this World Cup, I said, calm down. Let the real game start. End-to-end stuff. So not think of Cabo Verde, that Cabo Verde even sat back behind in their own game. No, Egypt were going at it. 94th minute, Egypt was in Belgium's half or in Belgium's final third, trying to score. If the striker was faster, maybe like Lukaku and bulldoze his way, maybe he would have scored. Look at Lukaku off the bench. Instant impact. Within 5 seconds, he equalized for Belgium. But let us talk about Egypt more. Look at my boy Mohamed Salah. I love this guy. You have people like Jamie Carragher that open their mouth and say he has done nothing for Egypt. Were Egypt this good at the World Cup? Despite all their greatness at the AFCON, were they ever this good at the World Cup before the advent of Mohamed Salah? Look at Egypt at the World Cup right now, going toe-to-toe with a giant like Belgium. What a game of football. Egypt really surprised me, the way they're playing out of the back and they're defending. I believe African goalkeepers at this tournament have been literal superheroes. The way they keep, the way they block, every single African goalkeeper, every single African game I've watched, their goalkeeper has been unbelievable. And it's not a different case for the Egyptian goalkeeper today. You look at what all the African teams are doing at the World Cup so far, and I ask myself, South Africa, what is your problem? What is going on there? What are you doing there? Even Assured that scored the goal, that assist from Mohamed Salah, still a world-class player. And congratulations to those that predicted this game ending 1-1. Everybody that was predicting draws today is just eating good. I hope that you went to Budweiser's page, the official beer of the World Cup. Always make sure you go there every match day before every match starts. Go to their Instagram or TikTok or wherever and go and comment what you think the scoreline of the match will be and stand a chance to win unbelievable prizes, win amazing prizes. This Egypt is a scary team too. African teams, they hot. African teams that are not named South Africa, they hot. And I really, really enjoyed this game. Look, at the end of the day, I look at what Belgium did today and I think that they probably underestimated Egypt to a point. They thought this would be an easy. As a football fan, if I ever catch you arguing or debating with somebody that is claiming that their sport is bigger than football, like somebody will bring argument to you that, oh, basketball is bigger than football, American football is bigger than football, this one is bigger than football, and you open your mouth and argue with them, you cease to be a football fan that day. Leave football, we don't want to hear. If at this point you are still debating that kind of thing with people, we don't want to in football. If you can stoop so low to debate that, look at this goalkeeper for Cabo Verde today, Vosinha. At the start of the match, he had 50,000 followers. About 1 hour after the game, he had about 1 million followers to 1.2 million. After some hours, he had 1.9 million. Ladies and gentlemen, right now he has over 3 million followers on Instagram. 3 million in less than 5 hours. Just because he dropped a masterclass. This is not even a striker, a player that scored a goal. Because in football, goals move numbers more. But he's just a goalkeeper, a 40-year-old goalkeeper. His World Cup debut, nobody knew the name Vosinha. And in less than 24 hours, he has become a social media sensation. No sport is half as big as football. I will say it anytime. Football is 1 million times bigger than the next sport. This is the only sport that in every single country it is watched. You look at basketball, it is more America-centric. You look at American football, that's their NFL. It is more America-centric. Although others try to watch it. But football is spoken in every single land. The most popular person on this earth is a footballer. The second most popular person on this earth is a footballer. This is not me talking, it's by numbers. Use the numbers. Instagram followers, number 1. Cristiano Ronaldo. Messi is up there too. And the World Cup just takes football's popularity to a whole different galaxy. The hype players receive during the World Cup is second to nothing. Look at this man today, just because he's playing the World Cup. Look at this Moroccan player earlier, Boadi, the 18-year-old midfielder that bossed the midfield versus Brazil. Look at the hype that boy got, the followership, the amount of people that are now interested in signing Boadi. Social media, it is footballers, Mbappe, Neymar, Yamal, superstars. An American, that is maybe like a basketballer from America, can walk on the streets of Nigeria, nobody will really recognize you. Let any footballer play in a smaller league come and work in Nigeria, work in India, work in any continent, whether it's Asia, Australasia, Africa, Europe. It doesn't matter. Even Antarctica, take a footballer there, you find some penguins that know him. Football is global. You look at the first match of the World Cup, the people that watched it, bigger than that Super Bowl that they're always hyping. The numbers that the World Cup generates is 1 million times bigger than the biggest sports event in America. That's their sports. That's the Super Bowl that they used to bring. That's their biggest ever thing. It will generate 10 to 20 times more. If in 2026, for 2026, we catch you arguing with anybody that wants to claim that football is not the biggest, it's you that is the problem, not the person that is bringing the argument. It's you that will say, you went to sleep again, Abi. You again. You better go and brush down your mouth before you even open it and answer me this morning. Small sleep you cannot sacrifice for World Cup. If they call football fans now you go first run, come out. Football fans, come out. You carry head if you're going forward. Small sleep you cannot sacrifice. Now you have missed the best game of yesterday. But no problem. As I've said, I understand. Not all of you are jobless virgins, football virgins like me. So I fully understand that you have to sleep and go to work today. That is why I am here. I am here to save you. So therefore, here is everything that happened at the World Cup while you were asleep. As I said, you missed the best game of the World Cup. Iran versus New Zealand. It was a bomb blast, if you understand what I mean. Yes, FIFA served us only ogbono soup yesterday. Now better draw soup. Egypt versus Belgium was a draw. You have Cabo Verde versus Spain. It was a draw. You have Uruguay versus Saudi Arabia. It was a draw. And finally, Iran versus New Zealand. Before we talk about Uruguay versus Saudi Arabia, let's talk about Iran versus New Zealand. A 2-2 draw. Our man from the Premier League, Chris Wood, he turned to R9. This guy was balling like one of the greatest ever strikers. He gave 2 assists to Just today. Yes, the man's name is Just. And then Iran. Every time that New Zealand scored, they found a way to come back. It was a comeback mission. That Iranian right back, I don't know who you are, but it's like you need to come to Liverpool or the Premier League. 1 goal, 1 assist from right back. This guy was balling. And of course, Mohibi scored the second goal for Iran. That header from the cross. That cross came from the right back. That was like Trent level crossing. Very, very good cross. So Iran really balled in this game too. It was a no grief for anybody game. While you were asleep, the best game at the World Cup was happening. The game with the most goals. So I've told you, FIFA planned this thing well. They knew that we Africans or the other Europeans too will be asleep. That's why they put this best game by the time. They want to suffer us. But no problem, as I said, I am here to save you. This was by far the best game of yesterday, and it was so amazing. Moving back to Saudi Arabia versus Uruguay. Before we talk about Saudi Arabia, let's talk about Uruguay and how horrible South America has been in this World Cup. South America has been an absolute disgrace. 0 wins for them. Paraguay got slapped by USA. Brazil got a draw versus Morocco. Who else? All the other teams, none of them have been able to get a win. Saudi Arabia, for me, was even a better team, considering where they are coming from and where they are now. The money they have invested in their league, growing their home players, is so amazing. All those players on the pitch for Saudi Arabia are playing in the Saudi League. That is to tell you how good the Saudi League is right now. The level of the Saudi League is extremely high, whether you want to acknowledge that or not. That is the truth. These guys balled properly. They got the first goal from a corner kick, a ricochet of the goalkeeper, and then the player scored it. And then finally, Uruguay finally scored the goal, I think, in the 80th minute. And then that's how the game concluded. I was watching that Uruguay game, and the only thing that was coming to my head is this the Darwin Núñez that Liverpool is being linked to come back? Is it the Darwin Núñez that I want to bring back Liverpool? Don't annoy me this morning, This guy could only manage 45 minutes against Saudi Arabia. Did absolutely nothing. And yet, there are some Liverpool fans that are delusional enough to want this guy back at your club. Don't you learn? Can't you move on? This horrible player. Please don't bring Núñez anywhere close to Liverpool. It's not be funny at all. Now, better draw soup be the chop yesterday. Everybody draw here and there. The 2 best continents at this World Cup so far has been Africa and most especially Asia. Those are the 2 continents that nobody even rate highly. But then they have outperformed Europe and South America. People looked at this Iran versus New Zealand game and everybody was like, what will even happen in this game? What can they even do? You can see. They dropped a masterclass. They dropped a bomb blast. They dropped a nuclear weapon of a game. So it was an absolutely amazing game. And do make sure you go to the Adcast store right now and buy any of the jerseys, whether Iran, Australia.